You're a tough man to track down. Finally got a beat on you. It's a perfect place for a quiet little chat, though, isn't it?
I enjoyed the peace and the solitude.
Hey, I turned the heat up before you got here. Let me know if it's too much for you.
Speaking of quiet, what's that information you've been whispering around town?
Sure, I whisper so much. Remind me?
Theory that I'm Alexander Cambias Jr.
Oh. Yeah, well, the signs were all there.
So you just go ahead and spread that, huh? No matter what the damage. It's not real smart because Ethan was about to leave town.
Now, I'm sorry, but why would you care what Ethan does or where he goes? I mean, the guy claims to be a Cambias, not a Slater, right? So you're off the hook.
That's a good point. I'm not the one who stands to lose a billion-dollar multinational.
Yeah, that's true. On the face of it, you got nothing to lose or gain at all from Ethan Ramsey. And yet, you've offered him a substantial amount of help. Now, would you remind me again why you did that?
My business with Ramsey's just that. Doesn't concern you.
But see, your business got me shot. Your casino, your game, my bullet wound.
I already gave my word I had nothing to do with that.
Right, and I appreciate that. But I am not going to let this go until I find out who shot me and who made my wife watch.
Told you all I know.
Thing is, I never got shot much before I took over Cambias, so I'm guessing that they're related.
I respect that. But any second you waste on me is a waste of time.
You know, if I had a son, I would do absolutely anything in the world to help him. Now, you tell me, do you feel that pull with Ethan? Your father and son Cambias reunited? Simple yes or no question.
Few things are that simple.
Well, lucky for you.
You're messing with something you don't understand.
Right here, captive audience. Make me understand. Now, if you are Alex Cambias Jr., you've certainly gone to extremes to play dead and to stay that way, so I think it makes sense that you would split town before the big reveal became inevitable.
If I were Alex, why would I disappear without challenging the Cambias empire?
I don't know. Maybe you're afraid of what would happen to you if people found out who you really are.
Yeah? What do you think they do to me? Tear me up and throw me in a landfill?
You see, you're so hung up on that Michael in a dump thing. Me, personally, I forgot all about it until Ethan stirred it up.
People are waiting.
Yeah, about that. I want to thank you for the heads up that you've invited everyone over to my house for your mini drama. I just got a question for you. Is it going to be another murder mystery? Because I can't be a very good host if I get shot again.
Don't sweat too long. I don't want you to miss a thing.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Can't stop now.
Hello, are we late?
Not at all. I'm glad you could make it.
Very good, Jackson.
Right. Make yourselves comfortable.
Is this a warning of what's to follow?
If you wouldn't mind.
Not at all.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. And thanks to Green Levine for allowing me to invite people here.
Our casita is your casita.
The last time we were all together was at my casino the night of the murder game. And I know that some of you questioned my plans for that evening, and you're right to, because it wasn't just casual entertainment. I was trying to smoke out something that I thought was hidden. And I was wrong. and you paid for it. Ryan was shot, and I give you my word, I still don't know who pulled the trigger. Now, there were other less obvious wounds that were opened that night. And I take responsibility for that as well. And I would like to make it up to you. To all of you, the only way that I know how. And that is to offer you the truth. Some of you have heard rumors, and some were told firsthand by me. I was close to Michael Cambias. And the kid that I knew was funny and smart and loving and compassionate.
How dare you? How dare you insult us with this fairy tale about Michael Cambias? Loving? He was a cruel and evil and vicious rapist. We know that, and you know that.
I do know that. I do know that. I was told that, and I wouldn't listen. Because I couldn't accept it. It was too strange. It didn't make sense with what I knew to be true. But now when I needed help, Michael was the only one I could trust, and he did help me. I started a new life for myself and left everything behind, including Michael. Somehow, in some way, he got lost. He changed, and he turned into a person that liked to hurt other people in ways that I can't even begin to imagine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry it took me so long to believe. I can't change that, but I'm trying to make you understand that it was impossible for me to reconcile the kid that I knew and the man that terrorized this town, because he was my brother. My loving kid brother. In another lifetime, when I was Alexander Cambias Jr.
You're on a roll, Alex. Don't stop now. Say the rest. Tell everybody that I'm your son.
It was true. Michael's brother? All this time.
You were right, but I wish you weren't.
You say you're Alexander Cambias Jr. Answer me. Am I your son?
How dare you? How dare you come into our lives after what your brother did to my daughter?
I'm not my brother. But the name Cambias is enough for you to spit at me, isn't it? Why would I invite that?
Tough guy lied so no one would hurt his feelings.
Let me ask you this. Why would you even bother? I mean, you had already proved that you were a Cambias with all your secrets and games. Who was your first target? The very woman that your brother tried to destroy. You ooze your way into her daughter's charity. You use Bianca's kindness as a weapon against her.
Bianca's the last person I wanted to hurt. And I talked to her about Michael, about all the things that I regret.
Yeah, well, there's not enough regret in the world for you to make up for what you've done.
Question for you. Yesterday, some of you disliked me, some of you mistrusted me, and some just wanted me gone. What's different now? Now you know the name that I was born with.
Michael did that too. He gave me a phony name. You followed in his footsteps without even knowing it. Oh, no, I think you did know it. I think you knew exactly what you were doing and you enjoyed it. You are perverse.
You've cleared your conscience and the world knows everything, right? Except me. You see, I know even less now than I did before. You say you're Alexander Cambias Jr. I say I'm your son. You tell me, am I your son? Yes or no? Head games, subterfuge, saying you knew my father. And all those warnings.
I was right, wasn't I? They treat you with the same contempt they show any Cambias. They don't believe you, but they still hate you.
But you knew the truth all along, and you never said a word. For all your so generous offers of money, jobs, work, lawyers, sympathy, you never stopped playing me.
Well, that's his thing, Ethan. That's why the casino gig fits him so perfectly. He doesn't just play the games, he owns them. Now, if the house always wins, that must get a little boring. Is that why you work the players for a few extra thrills? Man, that murder game must have been a little slice of heaven for you, huh, Slater?
Or maybe you prefer Cambias now. Alexander Jr., the golden child.
If your father could see...
Don't mention my father. And don't play righteous with me. You stole an empire. Now behold the goodly king. Gladly give it all back to the rightful owner, right?
Meaning what? He wouldn't? You may be screwed up about who you are, but my husband isn't. You can believe what he says.
Sure. Go count your money. Take a jet to the tropics. You got my name. That's all you get from me.
Why? Why did you battle with him? Why would you acknowledge me as your son?
You owe him this. We're talking about who he is and where he belongs. So for God's sakes, just say it out loud so he can know once and for all.
Don't tell me you all are buying this crock. Well, he says he's a Cambias, so poof. He's a Cambias? Well, you know what? In that case, I'm one too. You know, sign me up. When do I get my first check?
There must be something more. I mean, there has to be. You brought us all here for a reason.
To be his audience. To play into his theatrics. I have had enough.
I think Eric is right. You've done all the damage you're going to do. Fraud, misrepresentation, criminal neglect. The night that Ryan was shot. Now, if you're as slick as you seem to be, maybe you'll disappear again, this time forever?
No. He doesn't get to go anywhere until I get some answers. You say you're Alexander Cambias Jr., then who am I? Why won't you say it?
Because I can't. I can't because you're not my son.
I don't believe you.
Have you moved on to the next game because you've lashed out at everyone else? Now you want to hurt Ethan too?
Oh, poor baby. He tries to hijack a fortune and gets beat down. It's tough luck.
There has to be something else.
I never slept with a maid named Hannah Nichols. She may have worked with my father, I don't know. But your mother, the woman that raised you, Edith, she was at the house, yes. Very friendly.
How friendly?
I didn't know her like that.
So she just pulled your name out of the air, did she? Made up the whole Hannah Nichols story.
Sure, she had her reasons.
To leave me a deathbed confession? To claim that I wasn't her son? To name you as my father? What reason could she possibly have other than to set things right?
Maybe she did it because she loved you. Wanted to give you a chance at a future.
So what you're saying is, no matter where you look in this family, deceit runs in it.
I told you to leave town.
Because you knew who I was.
No. Because I knew who you weren't. What your mother offered you doesn't exist. I'm sorry.
And how do we know that this isn't another one of your lies? Come on, Zach, you expect me to believe you can have an entire conversation without a single lie? You don't have it in you, we both know that.
Slavery. I already told you, you and I are done. You met the devil in the desert and became his right hand. Now, I wouldn't wish the Cambias curse on anyone, but I will make an exception for you.
Okay, that's very gothic, that's very dramatic, and it's very finished.
Not from where I stand.
Zach, you and I have had talks that I don't think I would have had with anyone else. And yet, you kept this secret to this day. So tell me, why should we trust you now?
You don't have to trust me. You can trust this. I knew you wanted proof. Your life was turned upside down the day your mother died.
What is it?
Paternity results.
I didn't take a test.
The night of the fundraiser, you were drinking champagne. I took your glass and had it tested. No match. I'm sorry about all of it.
Okay, now that we know who you are and who you are not, Ethan, I trust you will both be leaving town before nightfall.
The con didn't work and neither did the bullet. You're fresh out of options. I mean, I want you in jail, but I'll settle for gone and
Take it easy, all right? We're not done here yet. Everybody just stay cool.
Ryan, this isn't a tea party, okay? We're talking about a man's life here, so don't expect me to just say it's okay and everything's gonna be all right. Zach, you just admitted that you're a liar, so don't expect us to believe anything that you pull out of your pocket. I want you and Ethan to take another test.
Kendall, are you out of your mind? You make it seem as if you're disappointed there isn't another Cambias in the world.
Well, I'm a trusting soul. One test is enough for me.
Oh, like anyone cares. Ryan, you said you never trusted Zach before.
You want Ryan to stand up for your little boy toy? I'm sorry, but I think taking a bullet was as far as Ryan needs to extend himself.
If Ethan wants another test, he can have it.
What, and add another chapter to this already absurd drama? No, Ethan, you had your shot, and you lost.
You came to your senses. You realized who and what Michael was, so why didn't you leave town that second? I mean, what else could there possibly be here for you?
Not what? Who? Now it all makes sense. Why you wanted to be a part of Miranda's charity.
She was my niece. When I came to town, I wanted to find out what happened to my brother. Why he was wiped off the face of the earth. Because I thought he was a good man. It turns out I was wrong. And I hate what he put you through, and I wish I could just make all that go away.
We've had this conversation. You would be making Miranda go away, too.
I know. And you made me see that. I was her uncle, and I wanted to be there for her, for you. And I joined the foundation because I wanted to help. And yeah, I wanted to get some answers. I was planning on leaving as soon as I knew the truth. If this wasn't supposed to happen, revealing who I am, I wanted to spare you that pain.
Is that what you were doing the night of the murder mystery? Sparing us all
I
pain?
already explained that to you, and I'm sorry.
So tell me, why not stick with your original plan?
Because Ethan wasn't part of that plan. He wouldn't let go. I tried so hard to get out of the family that you're trying to get into. I don't understand why, but I couldn't just turn away.
No, you offered me help. A job. Anything to stop me pursuing my claim. You said you wanted to spare me the Cambias curse.
You may not see that now, but you're better off.
You're a liar. You had your eyes on the name, the money, the power. You just wanted me out the way.
Ethan actually makes a pretty decent point. So what's next, Alex? You gonna claim Cambias as your very own?
I faked my own death to escape the Cambias name.
My heart bleeds.
I don't like what it has to offer. All you see is wealth and power, but you don't see the Cambias curse. It sucked the life out of Michael. And it would have sucked it out of me as well. Now, I promise you, I will not touch one penny of the Cambias money.
Oral agreement?
Yeah, certainly you have plenty of witnesses.
I made my own fortune, I have my own power. And I didn't con it from some bitter old man in the desert. Maybe you are the son that he truly deserved. God help you both. Ethan, I meant what I said. If you want a job, a new beginning, it's there for you. Maybe this is what your mother wanted, a future.
A handout?
No. Look at it this way. You're not the grandson of some evil old man, and you're not the nephew of some evil young man. And you're not my son. Take solace in that. You're free.
Free? I want nothing from you. I don't want your charity, and I don't want your solace. Nothing.
You couldn't rip his heart out in private. You had to put on a show.
I just solved you one problem, and I'm about to solve another. You're right. I'm done with Pine Valley. I'll be out of here shortly.
And this idiocy is suddenly all worthwhile.
There's one thing I know for sure. I'm not gonna miss anyone here. Except you. You deserve more than life has shown you lately. I hope your dreams come true.
That was too much.
No. Oh, that was just enough. And about damn time, too.
It's not over.
Oh, it most certainly is.
No, trust me, we haven't seen the last of Alex Cambias Jr.